Keeping it 100, it's much ado about nothing. I'm Adam.
I'm J-Rock.
See, I told you.
Yep.
I told J-Rock right before I hit record. I'm like, I want a genuine laugh reaction out of this. And I got
it. Yep.
Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is things that we don't care to understand the appeal of. This
one was hard.
Well, I wanted to go a little deeper than like, I don't get why, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I don't get why people wear socks with sandals. Not like that. I'm familiar with it. I can probably use it in a sentence. I have probably experienced it, seen it, whatever. The appeal just makes no sense.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
This isn't I don't understand why people sing blah 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 these days. I get why they do. I just don't know why it's popular.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about a few things like that. This should be, given the day that this is taking place, this should be a little more lighthearted than everything else on the interwebs today.
There's a lot of people who need a little lighthearted right now.
Yeah, they'll be fine. So will their babies. Okay. I didn't. Okay. I'm going to let you go first because you have fewer, but then you have one that you need to clarify for me. So.
Oh, okay. So the first one is the whole wine mom culture. I don't understand. Like, I could not get into... Like, it's just addiction. Like, y'all, like, you're just addicted to the wine. And there's so many other things you could be doing to relieve your stress. Because usually it's, I'm doing this to relieve stress. And I'm like, there's so many other ways to do that.
Are you talking about the ones that are, like, sitting on their couch or at their table just drinking wine? Or are you talking about, like, the getting together and drinking of wine and, like, every bonding experience and every social get-together has to be wine? Okay.
That, but specifically when it's around, like, it's specifically taking a break from the kids, which I totally get. Like, I'll need a break from the kids. Not knocking that. But, shut up. Not knocking that. But the way in which we're doing it just does not seem healthy to me. And it's not like, I always tell my friends, even without my religion, I could never drink. Like, it's just not for me. And I don't think it's something I'll ever really understand the appeal of.
I get it. I just, honestly, the big thing for me is I don't like not being in control.
Yeah.
I don't like things that impair me of, being in control, which is kind of spreads other things. Like, that's why I don't like riding with other people. I prefer to drive myself. Mm-hmm.
Because then you
or if I'm driving with other people, like, I'm the one driving. Mm-hmm. Like, we'll take my car. I'll give you all a ride, but really I'm doing myself a favor because I don't want to be at the mercy of people who I don't trust to drive as well as me.
Yeah.
As haughty as that might sound, it's mentally comforting for me.
Yeah, no.
And I'm fully aware of that.
Yeah, no. So I couldn't. Yeah, there's that, and then I just have past life experiences with family members with it that I just couldn't do it. Like, even without the religion, I'm never going to be a drinker.
Yeah. Like,
it's just not going to happen. So there's that. This one bothers me. I don't understand the appeal of charcuterie boards. Like, I really don't. They're snooty Lunchables.
Okay, just making sure. You're talking about, like, where it's, like, cheese and meats?
Yes, where they literally just slap meat and cheese on a board in a pretty pattern, which, it's meat and cheese. Okay, whatever. Okay. They smack it on a board, and then they're like, here, I prepared this for you. Smack it on a board. It's Lunchable. Like, it is a grown-up Lunchable. And frankly, the Lunchables usually taste better. Like, I don't know if it's because I'm lactose intolerant or what.
That might be it.
But, like, the appeal of a block of cheese, why?
I've had some pretty good cheeses on it. But I get it. I'm not one for presentation.
Well, but it's meat and cheese.
I know. No, I'm saying, like, where it's like, oh, we got to put it, like, it's got to be in this certain arrangement. At least whenever I've seen them, it's it's not just somebody just hastily chopped up a wheel of cheese or a block of cheese and then threw some meat on there. Like it's arranged a certain way.
I know, and it always just looks sloppy. Like, I'm sorry.
I've seen some that look neat. I'm just like, I don't care. I'm going to eat it anyway. Like, stack it up, whatever. I don't know. For me, I get whenever I've seen them, I always think you people are trying to act fancier than you really are. It's like,
well, and even if you are fancy, like, again, it's not, you have placed meat and cheese on a wooden board. Like, do you want a cookie?
What's charcuterie mean?
I have no idea. I want to say it's French, but it's just stupid. I don't. Ugh. I could go on forever. I just think it's the dumbest thing.
Let's see. Charcuterie. I should see, what does charcuterie mean?
A store.
Where is that?
Right there.
A store selling
cold cooked meat. So we're not even using.
It's a board from which.
This is the whole Khaleesi thing.
It's a board that has been charcuterified.
No, this is the whole Khaleesi thing, where people are using her title as her name.
Yeah.
But no, that one, don't understand it. We'll never understand it. I think it's dumb.
I like what's on them. I just don't care for the. It's like, just, put a summer sausage out there and some cheese. Like, it doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be fancy. Just stick it out there. Like, here's a knife. Cut it yourself, and I'll be fine.
Well, I don't like. Why are we eating? Like we're in some fantasy. No, why? Like we're in some fantasy novel. Like, give me some bread too, and let me just make a sandwich.
Have you seen the price of bread these days?
Okay, well, make me some bread so I can make a sandwich.
Have you seen the price of flour these days? Poke holes in all your solutions.
Okay, and I'm going to assume this last one is the one you need clarification on.
Kind of.
Okay, low maintenance girls.
Maintenance girls.
To me, if you're truly low maintenance, you don't need to go around bragging about it. If you're going around and you're bragging about it, to me, that says you're just yelling to the world, my bar is down here. Like, it's okay. You don't have to treat me that good. My bar is on the floor. What?
Well, I mean, it sounds pretty good.
No! It's okay to have some standards. Like, girls and guys. I'm not just girls.
Okay, then
it's okay.
Then clarify. Is this... Are you talking about, like, how they're treated in a relationship, or what they're looking for in a guy when they're single, or what?
Both. Like, it's the ones who specifically will do the, well, I don't wear makeup, I'm just so low maintenance. It's okay to look nice. Like, if you want to look nice, you can look nice. It's okay. If anybody is going to look at you and go, you wear makeup,
I'm just kidding.
I can't handle that. Like, who needs them?
It depends. Because I remember in my single days, trust me, in my single days, I looked a lot better than I do now. I have no appearance that says I have demands and they need to be that I'm what's the word in a position to be making them. But no, I remember, like, if I met a girl that wore a bunch of makeup, I mean, I would think my first impression would be like, one, that's a lot of makeup. Two, that's, especially if she was like that all the time, then it's like, okay, that's if you're gonna, let me back up. If they look like that all the time and they act high maintenance, yeah, I don't want that. But at the same time, I get what you mean. Like, if it borders on lazy, then no.
Well, lazy and desperate. Like, it's okay to be like, usually, I want these things.
Yeah, but usually when you're desperate, you're gonna try harder.
Not necessarily, Because again, I feel like and this is when they're like advertising it. Because again, I feel like if you're truly low maintenance person, you're not going to run around advertising it. You're just going to be living your life and doing you and not really advertising. But if you're constantly walking around knocking everything that other girls do and then bragging about how, oh, well, I don't do that because I'm so low maintenance, it does come off as like, hey, look, my bar is down here. You don't even have to treat me that great.
You and I live two very different social lives, because I don't know if I ever met anybody that was like that, like to that degree.
Oh,
you know,
all the time. It was horrible.
St. Louis, I tell you.
Well, and I'm seeing a lot of it now, even where you get these girls who are just like, it's just bragging about it. Like, I'm just so low maintenance, and it's like, it's okay to like have things you want.
I don't think it's as common as you think, but okay. You, like I said, you had a different experience than I did, so.
And I was around a lot more girls than you were.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
Most of the people I associated with were girls.
I was around more girls than you.
Okay.
And I can think of a couple that you have known that have been like that.
I think I know who you're talking about. I don't think so.
Okay. But yeah, no, I don't know. I'm like, it's okay to be like, I want this.
Mm-hmm.
Or I need this. And that's not high maintenance. That's just, we all have preferences.
That's right. What? We all have preferences.
Right. So if you don't want that, then move along.
Never mind. What? Okay. Nothing. Okay. Or do you have anything more to add on that?
No, that was just my...
Okay.
That was my tangent.
Okay. So you've complained about a bunch of... Two of yours had to do with women. I think I understand what the problem is.
There's just some things sometimes where I'm like, we could do better, guys. We could do better.
Guys? That's pretty...
Oh my goodness.
It's pretty misogynistic of you. Okay. The one I actually need a clarification on. The first one on my list that I'm going to talk about. According to J-Rock, I don't care to understand the appeal of anything fun. What is that?
That means like anything that's just pointless, stupid, funny. You're like...
Like what?
Sorry. Like when, for example, I think the term extra is funny. And like, used at the right times, it can be funny. You roll your eyes and you're like... Oh.
I think the term extra refers most of the time to a type of gum.
No. It's somebody being dramatic.
She's so extra. See, and that's the thing. There's a word for that. It's called dramatic.
I know, but see, again, this is what I mean. You get all in your head about it. The only like dumb, stupid humor you enjoy is The Simpsons.
It's not dumb.
It's dumb.
You think it's dumb because you're not paying attention.
I pay attention, and I don't think it's that funny.
Or
you like the humor where like you have to sit and think about it, which you shouldn't have to think about.
Yeah, it's great humor though.
No, you're supposed to turn your brain off.
No, I like when someone respects your intelligence enough for them to. Let me back up. I like when someone respects your intelligence enough to let you figure out the joke.
No, treat me like I'm stupid.
Figure out what's. No, I don't need to be. I don't need to be hit over the head. I think I've talked about this before. I don't need to be hit over the head with a joke or a punchline. That's what I'm talking about.
You're no fun. You can't just let loose and just.
You know why? Because I get to participate. That is fun. It is fun to to hear something and it's like, oh, now I get it. It's fun to make those connections myself instead of someone making them for me.
No, but see, when I want to laugh and have fun, I want to turn my brain off.
No, the difference is you and I have a very different sense of humor. Yours is very slapsticky, very, you need a laugh track. I don't, basically.
Laugh track, yeah.
No, laugh tracks you don't need a laugh track. And I get the appeal. I mean, like I love like Mr. Bean, and they had a laugh track in it, but it was. Right,
but your stuff funny. Always has to have some kind of like meaning or like.
It doesn't.
Like it's so much more intense, and I'm like, can you just relax?
I like when something happen, like someone says something, and you have to make, like I said, you have to make the connections It's like, oh, that was the observation. Or, they're relying on you to complete whatever. Okay, perfect example. The Mitch Hedberg joke about how he went to the store to get a candle holder. They didn't have any, so he bought a cake. He's saying, hey, you're smart enough to figure out that candles go on cakes.
But it's so dumb. Like,
But I get to make that connection. That's fun. I get to complete the joke up here. Why is the camera darken every time? Am I that white right now? I put my hands up here and it's like,
been outside.
I guess I haven't. Not enough. I got burned the other day when I was mowing the lawn. Oh. But anyway. Okay. So apparently I don't like anything fun.
No, like you're incapable of just turning your brain off. Like, I don't understand how you didn't lose it at the moms who would go to the bathroom with pudding. And then they'd ask their kid for toilet paper and put the pudding on their hand. And then toilet paper.
You know why?
How is that not funny?
You know why? Because I've seen that joke for the last 20 years. And I'm sure it's existed before that. I mean, this is like pre-YouTube, seeing videos of a guy knocking on the side of a divider at a bathroom at Walmart. Hey, buddy, can you give me some toilet paper? And it's like, he hands him toilet paper, and then he reaches down and he got peanut butter on his hands, and he touches the guy's hand to pick up the toilet paper. That's been around forever.
But it's still
funny. Putting peanut butter on a piece of toilet paper, dropping it under the thing, and telling the guy, hey, can you pass that back over here? Yeah, it's funny. It's the same basic joke, the same basic premise. Peanut butter is supposed to look like poop, making its way to the other person. I'm going to wait till you're done. I'm just waiting for it.
Ow! My stomach.
See, I didn't think... Perfect example. I didn't think it was that funny. I mean, it was hilarious when I was 16.
It's so funny.
Okay, well, you've got...
It's like the videos of the kids hitting the balls into their dad's balls. Like, it's just funny.
I mean, sometimes it's funny.
Oh, it's funny every time. Oh my goodness.
The man getting hit by football video or movie on Simpsons. That's hilarious. Still hilarious.
You and the stinking Simpsons.
It's because of the sound effect it makes. It's this little hunched, shriveled old guy, Hans Mole Man, and the football hits him, and it goes, "Dear."
Oh no!
When it hits him.
Oh no!
That was funny. You what?
I just made it worse.
Oh, I thought you said I just peed myself.
Oh no, not yet.
Okay, so we've gotten past that. So I don't like anything fun, apparently. And along those lines, something you said earlier that I don't like extra. I don't care to understand why new slang words have to be invented when we've already got words that exist for it. The biggest one for me is drip. I hate that word. Because usually when something drips, there's never been anything good that drips. Oh, there's water dripping. That's a bad sign. There's something dripping off the ceiling. That's a bad sign. In a horror movie, it's usually some kind of slime monster.
See, this is what I'm saying. You can't disconnect from your brain.
Here's the thing, though. Back in my day, you called it bling. That was a dumb enough word as it is. It's a made up word.
You sound more and more like a boomer every day.
What I'm saying is, even in my day, in my heyday, when dumb words are made up, they already exist. That word already existed. We don't need another word to describe that. And I'll be honest.
Fun.
The thing, how I figured it out, playing Elden Ring. And reading, because I would get online and look and see like where to get certain armor sets, like how to, like which enemies drop them, whatever. And there'd be comments on the things like, well, the stats are really bad, but you can't deny the drip. I'm like, why can't you just say, can't deny how cool it looks.
It's more fun.
To say drip?
That's what I'm saying. You're not writing a paper for school. You're not, like, who cares?
I know, but the word already carries a negative connotation. There's no positive thing that drips.
Apparently the armor does.
No, I don't think there's any dripping armor. And if you have armor that drips, it's like, go get that cleaned off. But, run a towel across it or something. I don't know. Anyway, so, yeah, slang, not a fan. We already have words. Let's just use them. Let's see. I'll skip the next one because we're getting a little low on time because I really want to rant about the other two. The other one is going to be music and why everything has to have like a danceable beat. Like, why is that the only thing that's popular?
Because again, it's fun.
I know, but I'm like on
fun.
the way home today, I was listening to Gin Blossoms.
I have no idea who that is, but okay.
See, uncultured swine.
Okay.
But no one's going to dance to that music. It's the kind of music you listen to when, you got broken up with. But I'm like, the music's great. It's like, but that's like gone. It seems like it's gone these days. I don't know. It's like everything's got to be, what kind of beat does it have? Is it EDM enough?
You also tend to like really old stuff.
93 is not that old. Or are you that old?
No. No, you usually listen to stuff from like the 70s.
Okay, sometimes I do. The Gin Blossom song I was listening to came from their album that came out in, I think, 93.
Okay, that's not that old. I'm just saying, for the most part, a lot of your stuff tends to be pretty old.
I listened to stuff from when I was in high school. That was 20 years ago. Yeah, I know that was a long time ago, but I'm just saying. That's why I stick with what I used to listen to. Anyway.
Oh, I like finding new stuff.
Because I don't, none of the new stuff I find is any good. And the people, there is stuff that's like, oh, listen to this, it's so good. And it's like stupid Glass Animals. Like, this is like such boring music.
Oh, I like some of their stuff.
No. There's one, it sounded like, it honestly sounded like someone is hitting like one key on a keyboard at a time. I'm like, this is not cool. I can't drive to this. I can't rock out to this. I can't dance to this. Despite my rant about whether music can be danced to. It was just like nothing. I'm like, this sounds like something you hear in the background of a commercial. It did. I'm like, why is this popular? I get that it is popular. Mm-hmm. I just don't understand why, and I don't care to. Because it doesn't make any sense already. Okay, great. I used up all that time anyway. Mm-hmm. Okay, last two. They're kind of related. First one, crossover SUVs. Shake your head all you want. I cannot stand. It really bugs me, and this is kind of why. I'm hoping at some point in the next, let's say 5 years, to buy a car. A car for me. A car that's not for the needs of somebody else. Mm-hmm. Like yours. We bought yours because you needed one and because we have kids and we have to cart kids around. I would like to buy one and it's like, oh, I'm buying this and yeah, it's got some uses, but it's mostly for me. And what does every car company make right now? Crossovers.
You could get a Tesla.
I don't want a Tesla.
Wow.
And honestly, I don't get. Okay, let me finish this thought because Tesla's next on my list. I don't want a crossover. It seems like everything everybody makes, Mazda, Honda, Toyota, Ford, like, oh, here's such and such crossover. Oh, it's a new crossover from blah, blah, blah. It's like, I don't want a Honda Civic lifted up a little bit. It sits up slightly higher. It's like, all it does is lift the center of gravity up. It's not going to be as sporty. It's not going to be as fun. It's not going to be as light. But it seems like that's what everybody makes. That's what people want. I'm like, I don't get the appeal of it. Like, where's the fun in those cars?
That's because your definition of fun is, again, so in your head and labor intensive that most people, that's not what we think of as fun.
So what? I'm Okay,
a stick shift is not fun for most of us.
Okay, first of all, you're wrong. Second of all, I do not think I'm special enough to be the only person who thinks this way.
You aren't, but I think you're in the minority.
That's fine. Are things not made for minorities?
I mean, not typically.
Come on. that's pretty.
I grew up the underdog. Like, typically when you're in the minority.
No, people make stuff. Either way. The problem is, like, the only things out there is like, oh, here's a BMW with an ugly face. You know, here's an Audi, but it comes only as an automatic.
Man, you sound awfully high maintenance.
I'm sure I am. Wait, what do you think? I want somebody like me?
Obviously not.
I was going to say, that's why I married you. Who wants to deal with this? It's like
apparently a special woman.
Yeah, I guess you put it that way. No, but I mean, you think about it, like, no one. This is tiring all day. Hey, you chose it.
I know.
Okay. Finally, my last one is electric cars. I do not understand the appeal of electric cars. I say this, like, I mean, I get it where people are wanting to be green by using coal-powered electricity to run their cars. So I'm taking a crack at electric cars. But, okay, for instance, don't knock that lamp over.
Sorry.
For instance, I remember one day at work, talking to some people that I worked with, and I think they were an executive or chief something officer or whatever. They had a Tesla, it's whatever their SUV is, Model X, I don't know. I think it's the one that has, like, the butterfly doors that open up.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't move my hand the right way. My hands are on the wrong side. I need my hands on the other side. But basically, they'll like sit like that, and then they'll kind of fold up.
Yeah. Like
that. Anyway. Wasted a bunch of time for a really bad demonstration. But they're like, oh, did you see that Tesla in the garage? Oh, that thing's so nice. Oh, man, I want one so bad. I'm like, first of all, that thing's ugly. The proportions are really weird on it. Second of all, it's just, I mean, it's an electric SUV. It's not doing anything special. It just drives on the road.
The self-drive thing.
I don't think the self-drive was around back then.
Oh, okay. That's why, that's why
I don't know. One. It was like 5 years ago. Do I need to look this up real quick?
I don't know. No, that's why I would want one.
Now we're going to look
feature.
Up. Wait, let's switch. Brasa. When did Tesla Autopilot come out? 2014.
I thought it was pretty...
Okay. Maybe it just wasn't that prevalent? I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's great. I would love that. Turn that puppy on and then make all your phone calls and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Get in the car to drive so you can do everything but drive. Again, same thing. Why? Where's the appeal on that?
Because
I do not
you
get.
Turn your brain off.
Okay. What do we got left? We got about a minute left.
Oh no.
Yeah, you opened up a can of worms here on this one.
Here we go.
What is the obsession with turning your brain off? What's so bad about having your brain on?
I'll have to send you a couple of things I found that explain it better than I can. But my brain is going at Mach speeds all the time. So whenever I have a chance to turn it off, I take it.
Oh.
Because it's exhausting.
Well, see, now here's the thing, though. I've asked you before, like, when you're, like, walking from, like, our room down the hall or something. And I've asked, like, what are you thinking about while you're walking down the hall? Nothing.
Yeah, because I've turned my brain off.
See, that's the thing.
Like,
then
I've purposefully turned it off.
See, for me, I'm seeing, like, when is your brain on then? Because you turn it off when you're, like, doing Insta, Twitter, Facegram, whatever. Mm-hmm. You turn it off when you're eating.
Well, it's not always off when I'm on Twitter and Instagram and all that.
Okay. Either way, it's off when you're reading a book. It's off when you're walking down the hall. Like, at least for me, I see more often that you're trying to turn your brain off. And I say you're not the only person I know that's like that. But I'm like, why is it so bad to have your brain on? Like, I like being on.
It's exhausting.
My problem is I have to turn it off because otherwise I come across as a psycho to people or nobody wants to talk to me.
No, I get tired.
Like our first date, I remember thinking, I had to turn my brain off for this.
I had to turn mine on so I didn't ruin anything.
Why didn't you keep it on?
What I reeled you in, so...
I was going to say, what happened? It's like, okay, now it's safe to turn it off.
You made me feel safe, so I flipped it off.
I made someone feel safe. Thanks for stroking my ego. Okay. Well, I think I've complained enough.
Yes.
But, yeah. Did I finish my Tesla rant?
Yes, you did.
Did I, or are you just saying that because you don't want to hear it anymore?
I think you did. It sounded like you did.
Okay. Yeah. Well, either way.
I'm pretty sure you hit all of your points.
Don't see the appeal of them. I don't care to understand the appeal of them because... Oh, yeah, that's what got me onto it, because you're like, yeah, you get in there and you turn your brain off. Mm-hmm. Yeah, while you're driving 70 miles an hour down the road in a car that probably weighs, 5,000 pounds?
You are not driving, though. The Tesla is driving.
You're going to trust yourself to a computer, and when a wreck happens or something like that, oh, the computer that did it. See, again, that's why I like to drive. I like to be in control of that. That way, if it happens, I have no one else to blame. I can't, I'm not going to take it out on a piece of metal or go find the stupid engineer that didn't, make the autopilot work correctly and be like, you caused this. I'm gonna break your legs because it break my legs.
While I'm driving, I'm just saying it would be nice to check email or do whatever I needed to do, and not have to worry about eyes on the road.
You can do that while you're driving.
No, I cannot. I cannot. Spoiler alert. If anybody who knows me, if you try and contact me and I don't answer, I'm more than likely driving.
Spoiler alert, I know you can't. What a great note to end on, right?
That's enough for tonight. Good night. It's been much on Moo About Nothing.
Hold on.
Goodbye.
No, one more thing.
What?
Today is a day. And I was about to say the date. I don't know if it's a good idea to say the date. But I want to wish my brother a happy birthday. Because he is still the most keeping it realist person that I know. Keeping it real. He keeps it 100. Yeah. Yeah, I'm cool. All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.